What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I want to talk to you about Dave Filoni and the massive influence he had on the Kenobi series. That's right, I'm more excited for the Kenobi series than ever because I know that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau had an influence on this story. And the best part of this is that it all comes from The Hollywood Reporter, one of the most reliable sources when it comes to information on entertainment. They suggest that the big bad villain in the Kenobi series was originally going to be Darth Maul, but it was Filoni that steered them in a different direction. The Hollywood Reporter article states, in the overall, however, Maul was written out. One source says that it was Filoni that conceptually keyed in on a way for Vader to be brought back as a big bad, with the Grand Inquisitor, a character made popular by Filoni in the animated series Star Wars Rebels. And for me personally, it just makes so much more sense that the Inquisitors would be involved in this series, and after that Kenobi trailer, I think we can all appreciate just how awesome these Inquisitors are going to be in live action. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been absolutely awesome to see Darth Maul back in the flesh. The article suggests that Ray Park was going to be involved, and that Ray was training and may have even shot some test footage. And I mean, the funny thing is that Dave Filoni is a huge fan of Darth Maul and Ray Park. Filoni used Darth Maul throughout the Clone Wars series and Star Wars Rebels, and in Clone Wars Season 7, Filoni even used motion capture technology to include Ray Park in his Darth Maul vs. Ahsoka Tano duel, which was no doubt one of the best animated lightsaber duels ever. So then of course the big question becomes, why did Filoni push for Darth Vader in the Inquisitors over Darth Maul? And well, this is what the Hollywood Reporter said about that. Sources note that Filoni and Favreau were concerned about Obi-Wan covering similar ground as The Mandalorian, the lone cub and cub-like story of Kenobi coming out of hiding to protect a child-aged Luke Skywalker. Maul was one of the villains who would participate in the hunt for the pair. Vader was nowhere to be found in this faraway galaxy at this stage, according to those with knowledge of the project. Also, Filoni and Favreau pushed Chow and the show to go bigger, according to several sources. In any case, these concerns made their way to Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy, who pressed the pause button. And this just goes to show you how much influence Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have on Star Wars now. And a lot of you are probably thinking, well, Mike, Jon Favreau's the big producer here. He's the one that Kathleen Kennedy was probably listening to the most. But remember, the article stated that it was Filoni that came up with an idea to include Darth Vader. And of course, he's the one that knows all about the Inquisitors because he introduced them in Star Wars Rebels. So yes, it was Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau that had concerns about this series, but it certainly seems that Dave Filoni is really coming into his own, and he can now have a massive influence on the Star Wars series. Certainly something that makes me feel very happy because Filoni is a great creative mind, and from what I've seen, he's just a great person too. But hey, Star Wars fans, what do you think all about this? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, and remember, the Force will be with you always.